Hi everyone, today I'm going to be creating a card with my Felicity Jane kit, the Stamp This Month and the Emeline kit. I love this one little solid image at the bottom right hand corner. It says, now what? And my idea is to do some kind of polka dot and do it all over the card. There's a nice little close-up of the stamp. It has lots of useful little phrases and really nice graphics. So first I'm going to create a panel, and I'm going to be using this steel die. The size of my panel will be 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. That's the largest size that in this set. This is by My Favorite Things. It's called Inside Out, and I love the stitching detail, and there you can see the little stitch all the way around. So getting away from my sewing machine and more into the steel dies, it just makes it easier. And then I have my We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press. And I'm going to be using that to get a nice, some nice ink blending. And I tape it down because this does not have this nice strong magnets that my Misty has, but problem solved. So I'm going to use this press so that I can blend 2 ink colors together. I'm going to use a lighter and a darker. These are pigment inks. I like the way these blend better than the dye-based inks. And on one side I'm going to use a lighter pink, sort of a salmon pink, and on the top a really dark pink. And I go over it several times, and in the center they start to blend. So it should look something like that. And then you get an impression that looks like this. Now for that impression to get darker and darker, I like nice, crisp, really colorful images. I will do this several times, 2 to 3 times. And I also like how it blends the light and dark pink together more and more with each little smush of that press. So to clean it off, I just clean it off in between. The lighter ink pad, like this one, will get the darker, it'll transfer. But if you lightly clean it off with a paper towel, just a dry paper towel, and don't smush down too hard because you'll soak up a lot of ink, just the top. That dark ink stays right at the top, and you can clean them off really easily. So next I'm going to do from pink to yellow, same process. Blending those inks, smushing it down, cleaning off the yellow, see? You can see that it disappears there. And then my third ink blending choice is the blue and yellow, and that creates a really cool green in between. You can see it right there. I really was happy with the way that came out. Now, of course, this takes time, so I did that off camera, but then you can see all the different combinations that I used of blue and green and pink and yellow and orange to get this really cool rainbow effect. Pretty easy to do. A little time consuming, but it was fun. Now I'm going to create the card base with my Martha Stewart scoring board. I just got this. I love this thing. I used to use just like an old gift card and just fold my paper in half, but this gives me a nice, much more crisp fold. So the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's Nina Solar White 80 pound. And I'm going to use a little fun foam that I got at Michael's in the kids fun foam section. It comes like an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet. So it's a lot cheaper than using the Pop Dots, which I had run out of. And so I'm just going to use some double-sided adhesive to get it on the back of my panel to pop it up on the card. Now I'm deciding on embellishments. I'm going through some of the few little pieces in the kit there, and I just want a really simple sentiment. So the background says, now what? And the little sentiment I chose says, choose happy. And I made this in mind for a friend who's going through some hard things, and I just wanted to give her a little quick pick-me-up, and so that's why I chose those 2 sentiments to go together. So pretty simple. All of the color and technique and the fun stuff is in that background panel, and I don't want to overshadow that. And I also don't want to stamp like a big sentiment on it, so that's why I used a die cut piece from the Felicity Jane kit. Now my one little tiny piece of texture is going to be that one enamel dot that makes it look like it's adhering that sentiment to the card. And that's it. That's a really simple blended pigment ink technique. I hope you use it next time you want to blend some inks and do something fun. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. And if you take a look at the supply list, it'll give you a link to my blog and you'll see more information, more photos. Thanks.